Good afternoon. I hope we are all well. I am just checking to make sure I am live in the right place. I know I normally am, but you watch, if I didn't check that one time, I wouldn't be. Yeah, there we go. Right, we can shut that down. I hope we've all had a really good week. I can't believe it's been a week already. And we're nearly in June. I just don't know what's going on. Yeah, things have been a bit manic. I've been making changes. I'm thinking of other changes that need to be done. Just in general, day to day, and with my crafting. But my lives will carry on as they are for the foreseeable. I don't plan to change those at all. I still be showing up here and there. Hopefully a lot more. Yeah, there won't be a live next week. I'm actually going on a little girly holiday with a friend of mine, just off to Spain for a few days. Just cheap little getaway. So that'll be nice. So I won't be about much next week. If you do have any questions on anything though, drop me a message. I'll pick them up at some point. I won't have my laptop with me, so I won't be answering any emails because I don't have access to my business email on my phone, and that is deliberate. But if you drop me a message on Facebook or anything like that, I shall pick that up, not a problem. And then when I get back, hopefully starting to make the changes that I want to change. But yeah, getting into the new way of life, I think. We'll see. I don't know what the weather's like by you, but here it's a little bit mixed. The sun keeps coming out. It's extremely windy, which is keeping the rain off, which that's good. I've got washing out, so I'm hoping that will dry. I've been really missing pegging my washing out, and my basket was getting rather full. So yesterday I had to do a load of washing, and I had to have it hanging around the house, which I didn't enjoy. I don't enjoy it hanging around the house, especially this time of year. It shouldn't be, should it? So yeah, but no, the garden's looking good. That's enjoyed the rain, so much so that the grass is a little bit long now. So we need to cut the grass. But I've got a very busy few days coming up. We've got a funeral of a close friend tomorrow that we're going as a family. And then Saturday, me and Hayden are going off to a beginner's needle felting to make a badger. Now, I have done needle felting, but only as a little kit that I've done myself. And I started it, and it took me forever, and I binned it. I just couldn't. It was one of those that got polystyrene, like shaping it, and then you round it, and no, couldn't. So I'm going to go and do this, and hopefully learn how to do it correctly. So that'd be nice. And then Sunday, we've got some at Sunday, and I can't for the life of me remember what it is. No, it's gone. Monday I shall be sorting stuff out, and I'm off on Tuesday. So yeah, gotta get quite a few things done before I go. Right, so what have I got to tell you? Stampin' Up wise, now we have got the joining offer that's available till the 31st of May. That's where you get You pay your £99, and instead of having £30 to spend, you get £70 to spend extra. So it's £99 and you get £70 worth of product on top to spend. So you've got, pick £170 worth of product off the website, anything you want, as long as it's current on the website. And you pay £99. You join as a demonstrator. You do not have to do anything at all. You don't have to demonstrate. You don't have to even put an order through ever again. You can just grab the kit, get the offer, and that's it. Or if you want to, you can carry on, stay active, and get the discount. Discount at basic level is 20%. So you get 20% discount on products. Depends how much you want to buy, but that is a fantastic deal at the moment. So that's till 31st of May. And then we have, what else again? Oh, the virtual album retreat. That's currently available. That's a 3-day virtual retreat that the timings are a bit hard for us in the UK because they're American times. So it's through the night. But it's £233, which is a considerable purchase. I know that. You'll get rewards back on that, don't forget. Because if anything over £20 spent, you get rewards back that you can use in the future. And that gets you a kit to produce 12 double-page spreads for the whole of the year. Each one's a monthly spread. So you've got a year's worth of scrapbook pages ready-made so that you can start it whenever you want. You can start it with, because we're doing it in July, so maybe August would probably be best. Start it in August and run till the following July, or you can wait until January and start it. So you will have it all ready to go. All you will have to do really is get an album to put it in. Now you get the paper kit, you get stamps, you get embellishments, things like that. There is a list of products that you may want to use to complete it alongside, but you can use it with whatever products you've got. You don't have to go and buy all that to complete it. You could complete it as it is with what you've got. So yes, that's a really good buy. So that's on sale now while stocks last. And then on the 3rd of June, and I can't remember when it ends. I think it's more or less for the month. So it'll be for a few weeks. We have a buy one, get one 50% off on sweets and bundles. So whichever's the cheapest, you will get at half price. So if you don't want to start a kit because that's not your thing, and you don't, you think that you don't want to spend £99, that's fine. If you wait till June and there's 2 sweets that you want, you can get the one for whatever price it is, say £80. And then if the other ones that you want £60, I don't know, they're just figures I'm pulling out my head. I don't know that there's a sweet for 80 and a sweet for 60. There normally is around that price. You'll get that £60 one for £30. So yeah, that's something that's coming. But honestly, if there's a sweet you want for £80 and one for 60, that's 140. Why would you not order those 2 sweets as part of your starter kit? You can do that and then have extra as well and just pay £99. But whatever. If there's just 2 bundles that you want, then it might work out better for you to do it like that. So I want to let you know that that's what's happening anyway. So I think we've done enough talking, or I've done enough talking anyway, and we need to do some crafting. So this week we're using the Resourceful Rusty, real cute, funny stamp set. So yeah, let's swap cameras to this one. Excuse the glare because I've got my ring light on. But yeah, Resourceful Rusty. Don't forget, if you are watching, do pop on and say hello. It's nice to know who's joining. So you may have seen some of what I've created with this. And today I thought we would do just a couple of fun fold cards. Real simple. And the colours I've chosen to do these in and that, they'd be suitable for masculine, because a lot of what I create, I know, like a lot of us, we find more feminine cards easy to do. Real pretty and girly, and maybe child's cards as well. But I thought, you know what? I struggle with men's cards. So let's do some cards that are a little bit more masculine. Right. Just finish my tea. So the first one we're going to do is just like a double tent fold card, but it's real simple. So I've got a Lost Lagoon standard size tent fold card base. So it's a full sheet of A4, cut in half at 10.5, scored in half at 14.9 to give us our tent fold. Then I've got another piece of Lost Lagoon that is 8 centimetres by 27, scored at 13.5. So we've got 2 tent folds, one smaller, one larger. And then we're going to cover these with some DSP. Now what I've pulled out is this. You may remember this was available before in the last catalogue. And this is the tartan foil speciality paper. Now it is in copper clay, pebbled path, which those are 2 colours that have now retired. We may have some bits left in the last chance. But there's Lost Lagoon as well, which is why I've gone with the Lost Lagoon. And I thought, you know what, that pebbled path will go quite nice with that for a bit of a more masculine looking card. So we're going to cut some of this to layer on our Lost Lagoon. So the first piece I'm going to cut is going to be 10 centimetres by 14.4, which is our standard first layer. Turn it over and then I can pop it in this way and be able to see. So 14.4. I'm quite gone down far enough, but that's okay. We can pop it back in. 10, line that back up, and down we go. I'm going to layer that on there. And then for this one, let's get rid of my mouse. I'm going to use the opposite side. And I need this one to be, it was 8, so 7.5. And it's going to be 13. Well, I know that's long enough, so I'll just chop that off and trim that down to 13. I'm just doing them 0.5 centimetre shorter than we need, than the card base. Okay, and that will go on that. So let's do that. So yeah, I'm going to be taking a bit of a break from classes. Unfortunately, the classes that I've been doing aren't working for one reason and another, so I'm going to be changing those up. My next class that I'm going to be advertising is going to be in July. And I think it's the 3rd week in July. Stick that on there. And we're going to be making a mini album. And it's going to be an upfront cost. And that'll pay for, I think it's going to cover 4 weeks. We'll make it over the 4 weeks so that it's just a nice relaxed class. And you'll just get a kit and you'll do all your own cutting and everything for it, and then we'll decorate. And so yeah, I thought we'd do something a bit different. Right, so we've got those, and then this one is going to glue on the front of that one. So we'll have an opening there and an opening there. So I'm just going to glue that on. Actually, do I want to put ribbon on? No, not yet. I'm just thinking, do I want to put the ribbon on before? No, I don't. If I put ribbon on, we shall put it on after. Okay, so I'm just going to line that up at the top, level, and eyeball in the middle. There we go. That good press. We've got our card base. We've got 2 lots. Right. So next, what I want to do is create a panel for the front. And I would have done it in a pebbled path panel, so it coordinates, but I haven't got pebbled path cardstock. I don't think. No, I don't know. I haven't got any left. So I'm going to use the new Secret Sea. Maybe. No, that's not right. That doesn't look right. So let's have a look at basic grey. What a piece of basic grey would look like. That looks better. Because that's a shiny, the pebbled path, it's not too dissimilar. So I think we'll get away with that better. But I'm going to trim a piece of this to 5.5 by 9. That's the thing with a lot of our colours. They coordinate so well together because tonally they're very similar. And especially when it's in a different material as well. And that we can have on there. And then I want a piece of basic white. Do I not have any basic white on my desk for stamping? I do not. My gosh, I've used it all. Unlike me, I've usually got quite a lot. So I always cut my basic whites in half. Find it easier. And then trim off here. Hi, Carol. You're waiting for an engineer to arrive. Oh, no. I hope it's nothing too serious. Well, thanks for joining. So I need to cut this at 5 by 8.5. And that will give us the same border round as well. There we go. That will stick on there. Right, so we're going to stamp on this piece. So I'm going to use one of my rusty stamps. Now a couple of them I think may be too wide. Oh no. No, that's fine. I think I'm going to go with that one because I think that one might be too wide. No, it's to check. Oh, yes, you did mention. Yes. I can't remember what I've got coming now. Anybody else, I'm afraid, but yes, you did say. Oh know, that would just fit actually quite nicely. Yeah, I'm going to go for that one. And that's him with his bemused, fed up face because he's dropped his apples. All right, let's grab Memento. Then if we want to colour it in with our blends, we can. I've got a cat hair, which isn't unusual for me. I'll just make sure that's well inked and stamp that there. Hi Lisa. Oh, sorry. Hi Karen. Hi Lisa. I came across you a few weeks ago. I noticed you were from Halesone. I'm actually from Wall Heath, Kings Winford. That's where I live. But hello. Thank you for joining. Are you a crafter or are you just interested in crafts? Do share, spill it all. We like to share here. Right, so we've got our little Rusty on there. So that will go on there. And I'm thinking I am going to colour him a little bit. Just a little bit of shading, not a lot. So I'm going to go with a bit of basic, no, smoky slate. Just to add a little bit of something to him. Like I say, I'm not going to colour him completely. Just want a bit of shading around it. You're a crafter. Have you got a favourite craft, Karen? I've just been saying I'm going needle felting on Saturday. I have done a little bit before, not a lot. I bought a kit and it didn't go too well, to say the least. I'm just adding in some darker to give me a little bit of shading and dimension to him. His tail. Yeah, so I'm doing needle felting with roly-poly ponies. You may have heard of them. They're from Halesone way. Card making, and you love Stampin' Up products. I'm biased, yes. I believe they are the best. Yeah, I just think they're fantastic. The quality is second to none. And for me, when I got into it, it was the colour coordination. I was fed up of making cards and having my red ink, my red paper and red card, and none of it matched. It was slightly off and it bugged me. And then I found Stampin' Up, and yeah. All as I can say is it's changed my crafting, but Stampin' Up has also changed my life. Your volume's gone. You can't hear nothing. Oh. Carol, are you there? Can you still hear? Let me see. Hang on. Carol can hear. Okay. Thank you, Carol. So my sound's okay. So hopefully Karen can sort it out. It's something her end. Right, so we've done him a little grey tail. And then I'm just going to do some, long end, do his feet and his arms, maybe a little bit of legs. I don't want to totally colour me. You're back. Oh, that's good. I am glad. Yeah. The products are fab. Carol Lou's on here. She's also a Stampin' Up demonstrator. Have you been a demonstrator before, Karen? Or do you have your own demonstrator at the moment? There are lots of us about. But we're all very willing. If ever you need any help with anything, we're all here to help. All right, there we go. Little arms. I'm going to end up colouring most of him in, I can see. I know watching me colour isn't the most exciting thing for people to do, but you know, sometimes it just needs to be done. All right, just add a little bit. And down his ears. There we go. You left 5 years ago, but rejoined a month ago. Oh, excellent. Welcome back. Nice to have you back. It's one of those things, isn't it? You can't really leave. I had an upline who I dropped from because she stopped doing anything and joined my current upline. Louise Sims is my upline. And we are part of Queen Pip Royal Stampers, if you've heard of those. Carol Lou's on here. She's a pinky. She's part of that crowd. Who are you with, Karen, and who was you with? Or are you just direct to Stampin' Up? Right, so I'm going to have a little bit of something up here, and I think we're going to use the bit of plaid because I think that goes nice with the paper that we've got, and I just want to put a little bit up top. Do Lost Lagoon, that's what I'm looking for. Oh, you're under Helen. Excellent. So you've got the DDM right at your fingertips. That's brilliant. Must say, I do like Hel's. She's fab. Right, I'm just going to stamp off. Just add a little bit of that up there. And then do it for the third time in the middle. And then part of Pootles, yeah. Excellent. I've spoken to Sam once. No, that's a lie. I've spoken to her a few times, but actually sat down and talked to her the once. And she's lovely. Right, we'll glue this on here. So now with the 2 people I've got watching this at the moment and joining in, I'm teaching you how to suck eggs. So are you local, Karen? Are you Halesowen way? Right, so that is going to go on there, but I think I'm going to get some ribbon across there if I've got something that will go. Maybe not. Maybe twine will be better. Let's see what twine we've got. Could do the grey, couldn't I? Do I have any? You met her once at Hell's house. Oh, excellent. Oh, you got to actually speak to her better then when you're in private rather than at like conventions and stuff. Oh, you live in Hell's, oh, we know, excellent. They're not far at all. Right, so I'm going to add a bit of twine under there before I pop it on. I'm just going to wrap that round a couple of times. There we go. I'll tie this. Okay. I'm fingers and thumbs today. The arthritis has been a bit iffy. I did a bit too much in the garden, chopping a bush down last week, and yeah, ever since then things don't want to play ball. My sleep's gone funny. Had a funny sleep last night. I'm being tested for sleep apnea, and I had to be monitored last night. I don't know if any of you have been monitored for sleep apnea, but I ended up having to wear. I thought I saw something that you was demonstrating. Yes, that's right. Yeah, I do classes currently at Cradley Heath Sports and Social Club on a Tuesday evening. I've been running those since just before Christmas, and started off just scrapbooking, but people wanted different things. So I then started it that on the first and third Tuesday of the month, we would do scrapbooking. And then on the second Tuesday of the month, we did what did we do? 3D projects. And then on a fourth Tuesday of the month, we did cards. And numbers started to pick up, which was great. And now numbers have dwindled. And I'm down to one regular lady who comes. But unfortunately, like I've said, it's not sustainable for me to do, which is why I'm changing things up a little bit. I'm going away next week, and then once I come back, I'll be doing things a little bit different. Okay, and then I'm just going to do a sentiment. And I think I am going to use this and do it in black. Yeah, changing things a little bit. Just to see how things go. I've never come over to House Owen to do anything. I used to do them round by me before COVID, and had a nice little group of ladies, but never got back into it. Those ladies didn't want to come back. They've moved away from card making, or they've got older, or they just don't want to go out after COVID, which a lot of people don't. I'm going to chop these separate. And the places that I use had gone or the prices had got that high that I couldn't afford to use them, unfortunately. So yeah, it's a shame, but we'll have it something like that because it's a little bit mixed up. So yeah, that's why. And my friend Kat, you may know Kat from Creatively Minded. She used to have the shop in Cradley Heath. She's a long-time friend of mine, and she does her, or some of her things at the Sports and Social Club, and she asked me if I'd like to share the room, which made it more affordable. So yeah. There we go. Right. Thank you. So now we just need some bits inside. So I've got some standard layers pre-cut, so I can do my inner. That's got something on it. We don't want that. My gosh, it's getting really windy out there. So for the inside, I'm just going to stamp the Lost Lagoon check in the corner, just to add a little bit, follow it through. I'll do one more. There we go. Okay. But you're always welcome to come and join us if you fancy coming on a Tuesday. Like I say, I'm on holiday next Tuesday. But all my classes I put up on my website. Website's Lisa's Loft, and they're all on there for you to book in if ever you fancy coming and joining us. Right, so now we need a piece of white on here. So we need to cut that at 7.5 by 13. Okay. Yeah, that'll fit perfect on there. And then I'm going to pop on there some apples. And we'll do those in the Lost Lagoon. Yeah, I've got my stamping scrub at the side of me and I still keep dumping everything because I don't usually get it out, but I thought, you know what, I will today. So we've put "you can do it" and "keep going." I'll just stamp "keep going" on there. Engineer here, catch you. Thanks very much, Carol. I'll speak to you later. Hope all is well. Yeah, keep a lookout on there. So, will you be going to, I can't remember where our local one was, but Hal's event that she'll be doing for demonstrators? I know we've got one locally coming up, and I went to Lincoln last time because it was either Lincoln or Reading. But my dad lives up Lincolnshire, so I went and stayed at his and then went over for the day. There we go. And there is our first card. Something a little bit different for the men. They're always awkward to do for, so that's a nice simple one for them, she says. And it's took me how long? What time? Oh, we got time to do another one. We can do another quick one. Why not? I'm not in a rush. There is one over this way, isn't there, somewhere? Yeah. Can't remember where it was. Thank you. You like that? Yeah, I'll be going there, which will be nice. Can't wait for. I'm a bit disorganised at the moment. I've got a diary. I put everything in it, and I can't remember a thing. I made plans earlier to do something on Saturday, and then realised no, Lise, because we've got needle felting. So yeah. Right, so I'm going to make a bit of a shadow box card sort of thingy. So our card is, I don't need that out, 10.5 by 20. And we need to score at 2.5. As you can see, I started to do it and then thought, no, I'll do it on 5 on both ends. But without doing that, tell me you've never done that. Right, start again. So 10.5 by 20. Right, get rid of that piece. Sometimes it can make, oh yeah, I know. Especially if I've got no idea what I'm doing. That's why I tend to, with doing these, plan a little bit, have an idea of what I'm doing. Otherwise, yeah, I'd be here all day. But it's part of the fun, isn't it? Just sitting there and, chilling. Right, so we'll fold that one in. Bone folders up there. Fold that one in and that one back. And the same on this one. There we go. So we've got that, and then we're going to cut 2 strips that should, I believe, be 15. Yeah. 15 by 2.5, which we should be able to get out of this. Not quite. We'll get the one out. Right, Hayden. 15 by 2.5. That's the one. And then we'll use this piece. And cut a piece off 2.5. And 15. There we go. It's got score lining, but that's okay. We can get rid of the majority of it. Not that. With our bone folder, and just smooth that out. There we go. Right. So paper for this. I'm going to use some. Oh, I can grab it. How much stuff piled up on my desk. Use some of the Full of Life papers for this, and I'm going to use some of these bits up, I think, if any of them are big enough. Definitely some that are big enough to do those, as long as they're the right colours. Oh, we can have a blue and green, or blue to green. think I'd have preferred it if it was the other way. So maybe we won't use that bit. Oh, we can, yeah. Be a bit different, won't it? You're from Chelmsley Wood. Chelmsley Wood. I know the name. Isn't that towards Birmingham way? But moved over here just over a year ago because I haven't. I feel that. Oh right. Oh. Oh, hello, Ethan. You all right, mate? Oh, I am sorry. Chelmsley Wood. Yeah. Well, I'm originally from Chasetown. Hopefully, I'm back. Originally from Chasetown, which is like over Lichfield way, if you know there. And I've moved over here because this is where my husband lives, and his job was here. I'm just going to cut these 2 strips at 2 centimeters and then cut them down to 14.5. It's all okay this end. I'm going to cut most of the green off than the blue. But yeah, I know of Chelmsley Wood. Can't beat Chaser. Mate, you can. Come on, even you don't live there anymore. I loved Chasetown growing up. I do miss it at times, but I don't miss everybody knowing all my business. Okay. So what have I just cut these to? So that's 15. So what have I cut that to? Not 14.5. Obviously. No, I've cut that bigger. No, our bloodline is from there. Be fair. Well, actually, bloodline's from Tipton. I'm sure that both Nan and Grandad's families both came to Chasetown from Tipton. So we're still black country. I'm afraid to tell you. There we go. They fit. Oh, you've changed to your internet. Oh dear. Internet's not the best, is it? It does my head in. We changed a few times. I mean, we've lived here 17 years. And I keep swapping from Sky to Virgin, depending who's got the best deal at the time. Ethan says, this needs to be a phone call due soon. Then don't know. See you later, mate. Yeah, I keep swapping and changing. I'm currently with Virgin, and touch wood so far, not having any issues. I left Sky the last time because it was just so expensive. I've still got the TV, but just so expensive. Right, so now we need some paper for the sides, which I think I'll find something a bit different. Let's have a, I don't want pink, really. That wouldn't be too bad, a bit of that. Or we could do some spots, actually, in the greeny blue. That'd look quite nice, I think. I think I've got any bits of that. Yeah, so I keep changing. No, I haven't got none of those bits cut. So we'll have some of that. Oh gosh. Just saying. So yeah, I don't mind it round here at all. A lot of my friends are over more Cradley way, around there. Right, so I need to cut these at 2. But I think nothing of jumping in the car and driving over there. It's up the road, isn't it? It's not much further than Merry Hill. And trim those off at 10. And this one. Alright. Get rid of that. Move those out the way. Move those out the way. For now, we'll add these. And I'm going to need a piece on the inside. Stick those out. It's the only thing I keep forgetting. I can't reach my camera right the way down. Yes, do, Karen. Definitely. Definitely. I mean, you know, in time, if ever you fancy just to get together. I mean, I would say, you know, you're welcome to come to my home, but I'm in my lounge. And I don't have a lot of room. I've got a bungalow. And there's not a lot of room when there's 3 of us living in here. And the animals. But yeah, nothing stopping us having a meetup at some point as well. Right, what should we go for? Have I got any of the spots? Wouldn't be bad, would they? Brighten it up a bit. I was thinking of that one there. Maybe. No. So there's a bluey one. Was there not a greeny one of those in the pack? Blues and purples. So not. Oh, that one. You froze again. You didn't hear us. I said, yeah, let me think. Meet up somewhere if ever you fancy a meet up. Or I said I'd invite you over here for a craft. You're quite welcome, but it's not the biggest place that I've got. I'm in my lounge and it's a bit cramped. Do I? Yes, we'll do a whole sheet of that and cut it down. Right, so this has got to be 9.5 by 10. So if I get the centre, which is about there. Yeah, Didn't want to do that, did I? Oh, excuse me, I'll get sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Gosh, I didn't want to put a hole in it. I'm not concentrating at all on what I'm doing. That's okay. That's okay. We've got another piece. If I haven't got another piece, I shall just do the spots and it'll be easier. No, let's do the spots. Right, so 9.5 by 10. This paper, it's lovely, isn't it? They're full of life. I only bought the paper from the there was a sweet and I only bought the paper, but it's fabulous. I ended up with more than one pack. Why? Must have made something with it. It wouldn't surprise me if I made a mini album with it. That's what I usually do. It's like I really like the tags to go. Excuse me. And I've made a mini album with that. Right, we're going to stick these on. Got some glue on either end. Just line that up, that corner, and then line it up in that corner. That'll lie flat there. Same with this one. I've got a bit of glue on that one from when I messed up, but I've got a glue rubber that I can get that off with. There we go. That on that. Right. I'm now going to stamp a couple of little rusties on here. And we'll go for him gathering and him falling or juggling with them. Go for those two. Can I remember what it's called? The paper, full of life. I'm sure it's, let me check. Yeah, it's still current. The paper's carried over. The rest of the suite is in the last chance. But yeah, full of life. Memento. Alright. I'll stamp one of them. Oh. One of them. And again, I'm just going to do the grey. Very similar. Do these. Tail. Yeah, it's a lovely paper. Oh yeah, I was saying about this sleep apnea thing I had. I had to wear this pack around my chest. And then have a wire onto my finger. And then wires up around my face and up into my nose. And yeah, it was a bit weird to sleep, to say the least. Do I use other brands as well? No, is the answer to that. I used to. But I started to get very disheartened with them. The fact of not matching and stuff. And then it was room. I just haven't got the room to keep everything. I currently have an abundance of other stuff because my dad's partner, she's give up crafting and given it all to me. So yeah, I've got all that here at the moment. Right, do bear with me. There's someone at the door. Won't be a sec. There's always someone at the door. Sorry, it was my neighbours. Yeah, it was very nice of her, but I've now got this abundance of stuff to get rid of. Because I won't use it. I'm going to do a bit of a crafty stash sale, I think, somewhere. Because, yeah, like I say, it won't be used by me. I may as well get rid and buy what I want. Alright. Oh, my little cuties. He is really cute, isn't he? I'm not a big cutie fan, but sometimes there's just a set and I think, you know what, I need that. That's got to be dark in there. Okay. So do you use Sizzix and Studio? I don't know. Well, I've heard of Studio Light. I haven't had anything to do with it. I mean, I've used solely Stampin' Up for probably 7-8 years, maybe longer. Vinted is quite good. You've brought a few Stampin' Up off there. Yeah, I haven't got a Vinted. My daughter, well, my son Hayden uses Vinted, but I've never have. When I first got into Stampin' Up, I bought a lot off eBay. But now I tend to just use current products. All my retired stuff I sell on my website. I've got a little bit on my website that's pre-owned and retired products, so I sell them on there. And then that goes towards me buying more new products. I know a lot of people keep. I haven't got the room again or the funds to be able to keep everything. One day, when I've got my big craft room, maybe I'll be able to do it. But I don't work. This is my work. I'm lucky enough that husband can support us, that I can stay at home. I used to work before my arthritis. I got rheumatoid arthritis, and that just, they were sorting it out. The pain wasn't as bad. It had been worse. I worked through when I first got it and stuff, and I'm sorting it out. But with the flare-ups and everything, I just became so unreliable. I suffered with my moods, with my depression, and my anxiety that just went sky high. So the decision was made that I'll stay at home. It's hard, but we cope. Do I have colour and contour stamps and dies? Let me have a look for you. I'm not 100% certain. I had them, I know that. Let's see. No, it's not coming up. I'll do a search on Mosh website. No, sorry, I don't have that one. I do apologise. Which one was colour and contour? Right, so I've just got some window sheet. I'm just going to stick these on here with a bit of window sheet. I'm going to cut a couple of strips. Colour and contour. Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Right, so we'll stick that on there. COPD and fibromyalgia. Oh gosh. Oh, bless you. Yeah, it's not nice. I've got a couple of friends with fibro, and yeah, it's not nice at all. I'm quite lucky the position I'm in. Now, mine's quite well controlled. I'm on a cocktail of drugs, but it is more or less under control. Right, so we've got those on there, and then I'm just going to stick with Don't Give Up, You've Got This. We'll stamp that, and I don't know if I've got a die that I can. I might have enough tags to go. That one might be too big. No, it won't fit. Yeah, mine's quite under control now. It's the odd days, or like I say, when I do too much. Thank you. It is cute, isn't it? Oh, I don't want nothing fancy like that, do we? Yeah, I'm just going to cut it out myself. Yeah. Cocktail of drugs, and I'm coping. It's manageable as long as I'm not silly. And at least with not having to worry about going to work and what have you, it means when I need to rest, I can. Right, I'm no good at cutting straight lines. So, and bring out the little guillotine, which I use so often I'd be lost without it. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. But this is the problem, because half the drugs are immunosuppressants. I constantly have colds and stuff. Right, so I'm going to pop that up there, I think. Or down there. No, down there looks better. We'll have a couple of dimensionals to pop that on. Where will it come? Yeah, we can have one on there. And a little one on the end. There. But like I always say, there's people far worse off. You've got that as well. Yeah, it's a nightmare, isn't it? There we go. A nice little box frank card. I don't know what it's called actually. And we can add some embellishments on. Let's see what I've got. I've got some of these from the tags to go. They might look okay. None of them. Or what else do we have down here? Because I keep all my stuff that's on the last chance list down there. These are all a bit colourful, bit girly except for them, but they won't go. So yeah, I think we'll go with, oh dear, something from here. Oh, you're on about the guillotine. Oh, it's fab, isn't it? I have that many people ask me about it. I just wish we still did it, because I could sell an abundance. We'll have some arrows, I think. Blue and green arrows. Just to show. Don't like that one there. Have it up there. That's better. There we go. Excellent. That will do. And then I would just pop a piece of basic white on the back to send it. That is our 2 cards for today. Find the other one there off to the side. So once you actually do them, they don't take that long. It's just the amount of talking I do that means it takes that bit longer. But I just something a little bit different, a little bit more masculine than my norm. I need to train that around that way. I glued it on there after. So yeah. All right, let's switch cameras to that one. There, look. Thank you, Karen. Well, thank you very much for joining. It's been lovely having you here. If you're watching on the replay, anybody, don't forget #replay. Thank you, Hazel. Didn't know you were with us. Thank you very much. I'm going to hop off now and I'm going to have a tidy up. And I'm going to download this and pop it over on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. All my lives are uploaded onto there. And I'll be back this evening at 7:30 when we will be using Resourceful Rusty again, but this time for a scrapbooking page. So if you're free, do come along. Lovely to have you there. If not, I will see you all soon. Now, don't forget, I won't be here next week. I'll be sunning it up in Spain with my friend. But yeah, I'll see you all later. Thanks again. Bye.